Vacation? Who doesn't love vacation? If you're planning to go for a vacation and want to visit Texas, here are the things or places you want to visit. Welcome to my channel.
you decided to come out here with us and get on these boat rides. For all of this, I'd like to thank you for being here. Thank you very much. My name's Roberto. I'm going to be your boat captain and tour guide for the next 30 to 35 minutes. 3 simple rules: no standing, no smoking, and to everyone that's sitting on the rails, just be aware of your arms and elbows. We will come close to some of the walls, sidewalks, bridges, and other boats. We don't want to have anyone getting hurt. On board this boat and every tour boat out here, we have 40 life jackets we don't plan to use. I'm required to let you know that we have them. For the unlikely event, for whatever reason, anyone falls into the river, please stop splashing, don't panic, just stand up and walk right out. You'll be just fine. 3 feet deep, guys.
Oh,
90% of the ride. Now you're probably thinking, it won't happen to me, I'm not drinking that much, or I'm not drinking tonight. Drinking is not the number one reason for falling in. That would be texting and walking along the sidewalk, guys.
It's true.
I see it all the time. I witness between 4 and 5 people
Guilty.
a week. If we're lucky, we might get to see that on this boat ride, guys. I see a lot of people distracted right now with the cell phones. Now, I'm going to start this tour by pointing out, not a historical site, but that little small footbridge that we went past just now. If any of you have seen the movie Selena or knew who Selena was, I was fortunate to have met her in person.
Oh, wow.
I met her several times. The most memorable for me was back in 1992. She had short hair, wore a cow patch outfit. I was on the fence about the outfit, but she sang really good. She wasn't very famous then, but her and her then band member boyfriend, Chris Bettis, came to San Antonio to put on a concert show. After the show, they decided to go have dinner. They finish up with dinner. They're walking along the walk. They're going across that footbridge right there. He stopped her up on top and went down on one knee and planted Selena the big question. Selena, will you marry me? I'm sure it came out more like, Selena, baby, mi amor, hemos sido novios por demasiado tiempo. Es tiempo que cantemos la misma canción. Will you marry me? She said, sí.
Yeah.
Yes. They would get married for less than $100 here in San Antonio. Her life and career was tragically cut short. A movie was made by Jennifer Lopez, or in collaboration with Jennifer Lopez. Did I meet her? Of course I did. 1998.
Wow.
She came out here, filmed the movie Selena, and she chose the same footbridge, that one there, to do that famous reenactment. Remember, she's sitting on the bridge, and Chris Bettis tells her, will you marry me? And they get married here in San Antonio. It happened right here.
Wow.
They got married for less than $100 in San Antonio.
Wow.
And that's where it started, right there. Now, on this boat ride, now that I've got your attention, we're going to cover 2.5 miles of the heart of downtown. Now, some of you are probably visiting the Riverwalk for the very first time.
Yes.
I understand that. I feel privileged to be the one who's going to explain the Riverwalk to you and the city of San Antonio. I'm a proud Texan, everyone. I really love Texas, the city, and this river. And after you get off this boat ride, my objective is that you know this city a lot more coming out than when you first stepped onto the boat. Hopefully I can achieve this on this boat ride. Now, we haven't been on this boat ride for no more than 3 minutes. And I'm already going to pull a rabbit out of a hat. Are you guys ready for it?
Yes.
All right. I love the enthusiasm of this group. They're pretty good. As soon as I pass this bridge, if I could have everyone look over to my left, look straight up at the building, you will see an optical illusion of a single wall standing on its own. I'm going to go really, really slow for those of you that need to take a little more time. I want you to see this closely, guys.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Are you guys seeing this?
Oh, wow.
This here's the first air-conditioned hospital in America. First one. First hospital in the country to have air conditioning.
Oh, wow.
The birthplace of Carol Burnett, famous comedian.
Comedian? Oh.
The hotel that we have straight ahead is the Hyatt Regency Hotel, built back in 1981. Before this hotel was built, you could see the Alamo from the river. In return, they would build a walkway that would get you there from here. So if you find yourselves in this area and would like to go to the Alamo, the fastest way to get there from here is through the Hyatt. In less than 2 minutes, you're at the Alamo on the other side.
Wow.
Highly recommend everyone to go to the Alamo.
No, we never. That one, Alamo. We haven't there yet.
Is the Alamo open tomorrow?
The Alamo should be open tomorrow. To about 5. To about 5.
You know what time it opens?
9 to 5.
9.
Anyone on board have any family members who have fought at the Alamo? My grandfather fought at the Alamo.
Oh wow, thanks for his.
My grandmother and grandfather couldn't decide what restaurant to go to after the Alamo. They started fighting. Those guys can't go anywhere without a fight nowadays. Tough crowd, man. I've had aunts, uncles, and neighbors fight at the Alamo.
Wow.
All kidding aside, guys, that's a really important place of Texas history. I highly recommend that you guys go there. It's open 7 days a week.
Oh wow, Alamo.
Now, here, let me help you out, guys. Some of you on board probably here on a date. Let me help you out. If you really want to hit it out of the ballpark, this is the way to come out here and have dinner. Not just sit out here and have dinner. You can do that, of course. But look at what these people are doing up ahead on this boat. They're having dinner on a boat. 2 hours of river cruising time while they're having a 3-course meal.
Oh wow.
You guys see that?
Aww.
Boat gonna move?
They move 2 hours out in the river. They only come in and drop off the empty plates to pick up the next entree, the next course. The part of the river that we're about to go into now is the man-made extension of the Riverwalk, 2 blocks of man-made river, 4 feet deep, concrete bottom, 40 feet wide. Built 1968 to connect the convention center to the actual river.
Wow, look at those ones. We have so many stores here.
In 1968, San Antonio hosted the World's Fair. We had about 7 million people attend the Fair of San Antonio in 4 months. The most attended World's Fair this country had ever seen. And it had seen several. The one in New York, Chicago, St. Louis, Seattle, Washington. But no major city in the South had ever seen that many people in one congregated area. Center point of the World's Fair is here to the right-hand side. In the break of the trees, you'll see the needle-like tower building. Tower of the Americas, 750 feet tall. It's not the tallest. That's the Stratosphere in Las Vegas. It's not the smallest. That's the Space Needle in Seattle, Washington. This one here is 750 feet.
Wow.
Now, let me share something with you that no other boat captain out here will ever tell you. When you come to the base of that tower, you're going to have someone that works there kindly ask you, are you going up to the observation deck or the restaurant? And they'll wait for you to answer. I'll tell you why. If you say the restaurant, you'll have to buy a ticket, $12 to $14 a person.
Oh.
If you say the restaurant, it's free.
Oh.
For the observation deck is $12 to $14.
Oh, wow.
Well, that restaurant also has a bar. If you're already going to have a drink down here, the drinks up there cost exactly the same thing. But while you're sipping on that drink, you're going to view the entire city of San Antonio in a revolving restaurant. You're welcome.
Wow.
That's right. See how easy that was? Thank you.
Nasa gamay ng bulsa dahil. Nasa gamay ng bulsa.
That is a massive big boat.
Now take a look here to my left-hand side, up above. You're going to see a mosaic mural. This here is not a painting. These are over 400,000 1-inch by 1-inch natural rock tiles.
Wow.
12 colors make up the mural. 7 of those colors,
Wow.
actually 11 of those colors, are natural rocks. The 12th color is the color blue. It's not natural in nature. Theme of the mural is confluence of civilization. Mr. O'Gorman was depicting the meeting of the East with the West from the beginning of civilizations. As you can see to the right, the Roman Empire, to the left, the Aztec Empire, and human civilizations throughout evolution towards the center to a man and a woman and a child.
Oh, wow.
Mr. O'Gorman himself was the product of an Irish father and a Mexican mother.
Lila kakarel.
Now, how many of us on board are visiting San Antonio for the very first time? First-time visitors here? A few of you? Bienvenidos a la ciudad de San Antonio. Welcome to the city of San Antonio. Let me tell you a little bit about it so you could know us a little better, so you could know us a little better before you leave San Antonio. San Antonio today, everyone, is the second largest city in Texas after Houston. We've now surpassed the population of Dallas with more than 200,000 people.
Wow.
We're the 7th largest city in America. It's been no secret. For the past 20 years, San Antonio receives more people than Houston, Dallas, Corpus combined. On average, about 39 million people come here from all over the world. Now, one of the things that I find most interesting, and the studies have shown, that 98% of our visitors leave San Antonio without ever knowing the real name of the Alamo. The Alamo, well, that's just a nickname. Would anyone on board have any idea what the actual name of that mission is?
No.
Well, I'm glad you guys got on this boat ride. I'm not going to let you guys leave San Antonio without knowing this. It's the 21st century. It's important that we know this. The real name of that mission is Misión San Antonio de Valero. Valero, like the gasoline stations, that's the name of the mission. That's why we have Valero gasoline stations throughout the country, but mainly in Texas. It's a Texas-owned oil refinery, and when they got started in the mid-1850s, They wanted to call themselves something very Texas. They appropriately chose Vallejo Energy. Appropriately. Now, why do you suppose we call it the Alamo? This is the part that most people have no idea, but we're fixing that tonight on this ride. The reason why it's called the Alamo, simply because when the Spanish built the missions, all 5 of them, they built that one in the middle of a 40-acre cow pasture. There's no trees and no electricity. The Spanish know that if they don't put any trees around it, they're going to bake in the summertime. They decide on a fast-growing shade tree called a cottonwood. Whenever the people of the city used to say, I'm going to go to the mission, they'd say, which one? There's 5 of them. They'd say, well, the one with the cottonwoods. But if you know history, Texas was Mexico. If it was being said, it's going to be said in Spanish. I'm going to go to the mission. ¿Cuál de todas las misiones? Tenemos 5 misiones. Pues yo creo que vamos a ir a la misión de los Alamos. Cottonwood tree in Spanish is called an Alamo.
Oh.
They dubbed it for the trees. As more and more people start coming into the Texas territory at the turn of the 18th century, these newcomers speak English. They hear the natives refer to the mission as El Alamo. They tweak that and simply call it the Alamo.
The Alamo.
And that's how that nickname would get started throughout the population. You know how many times I've gone to that?
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.